Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make the Madurai chicken curry. Now this is an amazing curry that I've learned from my dad. So it's dedicated to my daddy's family and all from Madurai and all over the world. Now just look at this. This is an amazing curry. It's authentic. It's from Madurai. It's a beautiful recipe and can be eaten with just about anything. Let's start by having a look at the ingredients. Let's keep everything ready before we move. To start with, you would need some curry leaves, about half a cup of desiccated coconut, half a cup of groundnuts, 1.5 large onions. You would need a handful of coriander leaves. These are the spices that you need. You need fennel seeds 1 teaspoon, jeera half a teaspoon, stone flower 1, peppercorns 15, elaichi 4, cloves 5, cinnamon 1 stick and star anise 1. You also need about 4 green chilies, 2 large tomatoes, 1.5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste and 1 teaspoon of tamarind paste. For authentic Madurai curry, half a cup of groundnut oil. Let's take a look at other spices that we would need. You need about 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, salt to taste and 1.5 tablespoons of coriander powder. You would definitely need half a kg of chicken with bones please for authentic taste. Now add the whole spices to a hot pan and dry roast it. Then you can grind it to a fine powder. Do not go anywhere. You don't want this to get burnt. Once it's a little brown, you can switch off. Let's start making the next paste. For that, we will add in the oil in the same pan. And to this oil, we will add some groundnuts. Now we'll let the groundnuts roast to a light brown. Once they roast, they mix well with the oil. We will continue by adding in some desiccated coconut. Now this is the second paste that we are making, which is from groundnut and desiccated coconut. Now the coconut also should be fried to a golden brown. So let it mix with the oil and with the groundnuts and leave it for some time. Do not move away from the gas because it should not get burnt. Once it reaches this color, which is a light brown color, you can switch it off and make a paste. The third paste that you will make is with the tomatoes, green chilies and coriander. Grind this to a fine paste. Now let's have a look at all the ingredients that you've got ready and the paste that we have made. We have the onion and the curry leaves. We have the tomato chili coriander paste. We have made a groundnut coconut paste. We also have our ground dry spices. We will use 1/4 teaspoon of that. We have the stone flour. We have about 1.5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste and we have the tamarind paste. In the same pan now, I will add about half a cup of groundnut oil. Now once this oil is hot, I will first add in the stone flour. The stone flower has an amazing flavor and it has a beautiful fragrance. You will also add in curry leaves. Now there's no South Indian dish without curry leaves. So I'm going to add 2 sticks of curry leaves to this. As it starts spluttering, I will add in the onions. Now again, we must ensure that the onions also turn to a golden brown. So we'll patiently mix it with the oil and give it some time for it to turn to a beautiful golden brown. Now that's the color that I'm looking for. Now once it turns to a beautiful brown color, I'll add in the dry spices that I have, 1/4 teaspoon of that. Mix it well with the onions. Now once this is mixed well, it's time for us to add our ginger garlic paste. So I have about 1.5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste which I'm going to add at this stage. I've added the ginger garlic paste and now I will mix it a bit. I need the raw smell of the ginger and the garlic to go and I need a beautiful fragrance to come out. Now this will have the flavors of onion, of ginger, of garlic, of the curry leaves, the stone flour and the dry spices. It's an amazing fragrance. Now the oil has separated and it's almost ready. Now at this stage I will move on to adding all our dry powders. So I have the coriander, chili and turmeric powder. I have my salt. So I'm going to add it right now. I'm going to give this a good stir. I need to make sure that it does not burn. I will not be adding any water at this stage because I'm just going to be adding the paste that I've made and they are liquid by themselves. So once this is done, I will be adding the tomato, chili and coriander paste. So I'll add all of it and give it a nice stir now. I've added it in and now I'm going to give it a nice mix. I need this to cook really well. The fragrance right now is amazing. The aroma has filled the house and everyone is looking at me. They're really hungry right now. So I'm quickly going to make it. I need to now add the groundnut and the coconut paste. I'm adding it and I'm mixing it well. Mix this really well. Now at this stage you want the raw smell of the groundnuts and the coconut to go, and you want all of them to mix with each other, and you have a beautiful curry paste that will come. You can add in some water. I have added about 1 cup of water. I'm adding the tamarind paste at this stage and I'm mixing it well. You can see that as it cooks, the oil starts coming out and the gravy is really well done. You can now add in the chicken pieces. I've just added in the chicken now one by one. Just want to show it to you how beautiful it looks and how wonderful it's going to become. I've now transferred this to another pan. I just wanted to add in some more water, and I was checking for the salt as well. So I'm going to be adding about a cup of water to this. I don't need the curry to be too thick. This is just about the right consistency that I would need. And then I'm going to be adding another teaspoon of salt. It'll be just about right. And I'll let it cook. You can see the color keeps changing at every stage. I'm going to close it with a lid. I'll cook it and simmer for about 25 minutes. I've opened the lid now, and trust me guys, the smell is amazing. The flavors look great. It tastes wonderful. And you can just see it bubbling. It's steamy hot. The oils are out and the chicken is perfectly cooked. This is the most authentic Madurai chicken curry that you can ever have. It's amazing with parota. It tastes great with idli and dosa, or just with plain rice. You can have it all day for breakfast, for lunch or dinner. So do try this at home and share your experience. Happy eating and happy cooking.